And welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Plane here. I got something really special for you guys today, since we did recently pass 100 subscribers on this channel, which is a miracle to me. I'm not sure how the hell we did it, but we're here. I decided to do something special. And today we're doing 3 planes in one video. It's actually reminiscent of the triple Thursdays I had tried to do when I first started the channel, which, I mean, nobody watched it, so I didn't do it again. So this time we're going to do something similar. We're just going to do 3 planes in one video, each get a game each. And it's going to be a little more condensed than those style videos. Right now we're flying the 190 D9. And as you can tell, my aim is by far the best it's ever been. We merged with the Spitfire, drive on a D30, and we just completely whiff all the shots. We get hits, we get nothing. Our engine is yellow. Which, surprisingly enough, in the German aircraft, the engine is quite, once it gets damaged, is quite durable. You still got some time to get your shit done and get back to base. However, the 190 is great at one thing only. That is energy retention and zoom climbing. So we're able to go up to this Spitfire and show them what for. Obviously, we're going to miss all our shots because for whatever reason we just can't aim, and then we're going to saw his wing off just like that. And we look around. I'm sorry guys about the footage, it's going to be choppy throughout this whole video. My computer is being really dumb. It's not OBS is also being dumb, and I'm getting some really crappy footage, and that's part of why I have not been uploading. I've been trying to figure it out. I messed with a bunch of settings. Hopefully this is, passable, but it may not get better than this, guys, for a long while, and I apologize. So back to the game, we see the Spitfire. I want to help the 190, but this P-51 is coming in. I do not want a P-51 D-30 on my 6. So we're going to dive on in gently, and then I have to go on in for the move. It's really nothing too special. It's a typical boom and zoom type maneuver. We're going to pop him, pilot snipe, Epstein him in the back of the head, and move on. And now we're going to go help our friend, the Seafire. We're holding 700 kilometers now, for the most part. Seafire is very much of a disappointment for the battle rating. Why that thing is 5.0, I don't know. But I also haven't flown it yet, so I really can't tell you why. We're catching this guy, no problem, and for some reason I learned how to aim for that split second. Cooling system gone, and now we just sprayed. I think we clip his wing off. For some reason we tip off. We didn't get the crit for it, but we got him down. No big deal. He's down. Our friendlies are safe, and we're going to go RTB real quick, get some more ammo, and then we're going to go shoot down the last guy. Last guy is an F-82. He will be popping up shortly. And I don't understand his one choice in this dogfight that's about to happen. He decides to go into a scissor. When in an F-52, which is already quite a fast aircraft, he has the energy advantage too. He's coming in quite fast and from above. So I'm going to dip down. I want more speed too, because the faster this plane is, the better it maneuvers. Quite like the P-51, but not quite as good at it. So we're going to let him get behind us. We're going to turn in front of him. And this is where I know doesn't know what the hell he's doing. I have the better energy retention in this fight type maneuver, and I can afford to abuse my flaps to get the shot right here, and now he rolls to try to dodge out of the way, and severe damage. His wing is gone. That's 4 kills in the D9. Let's bring us to the next one.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
Alright, we're back. Welcome to the Wyvern. Now, the Wyvern is a pretty old premium. It is a 4.3 ground attack aircraft that can pull 650 kilometers an hour on the deck with 1,200 rounds of Phantom Mark 5s. And as you can imagine, we're going to abuse the hell out of this. We also get an air spawn. And this is also an up tier, by the way. This thing is handling G14s, 335s, and doors like nobody's business. We're diving in on the still AFK and climbing 109s, and we're going to absolutely whiff. Easiest shot in the world. I think I aimed below for some reason. And that's no biggie. We have all the speed in the world. We're just going to extend away. This 190, he's by himself. He's probably AFK. He is higher than us, but we're coming at such a speed. And this plane actually has pretty decent energy retention and a slight vertical. Complete vertical, not so much. We're going to simply just climb up to him. remember, guys, we got to keep our situation awareness. That's why we're looking around so much. This is not a plane that if it gets jumped, can adapt to the situation very quickly. It is very much like a P-51 in that concept where it cannot adapt very quickly. It maneuvers slow to maneuver, and slow to accelerate. Just keep that in mind when you're flying this thing. But other than that, we're just going to spray and pray this 190 and pilot snipe. There we go. After so many hundreds of rounds missed. Now the Hispano Mark 5s are absolutely amazing guns. We're gonna knife edge this G14, get out of his guns, and we're just gonna dive away. He's never gonna catch us. Hispano Mark 5s are one of my favorite guns in the game. They're easy to aim, they hit extremely hard, and they have very good stopping power at range. So let's say you're in a Spitfire, you have Hispano Mark 5s, 1-9 comes down, dives on you, he overshoots, you force the overshoot, and he's at 0.8 to 1.2 kilometers an hour. I would not rely on this, but you can quite handily fire a burst and shoot him down. That's how long range these Hispano Mark 5s are. I think the longest range kill I've ever gotten them was 1.8. That was many years ago. I don't know if that's still possible. So what we're doing now is we're going for this 1-9, who's clearly going for AI. I want the numbers down. This is now a carry situation. All of our fighters are down. We only have a bomber left and a single Wyvern. So I'd rather get the numbers down than go for the guy who's actually trying to kill me. We have seen him in the back of the head, and we keep moving forward. 1-9, he's going to break off, and as soon as he breaks off, we're going to turn for him. We need to be aggressive. We need to get these numbers down. Now, the interesting thing about the Wyvern is it actually can turn quite well. I mean, it's not a Spitfire or Zero, or even close to a Yak. 1-9 probably could outturn it too. Oh, 1-9, I'm sorry. But it turns well enough to be functional. You don't need to turn very well to outturn somebody. You kind of just need to know how energy states work. The faster you're going, the higher your turn. The wider your turn radius will be, but the faster you'll be going around that radius. And the slower you are, the tighter your turn radius, but the slower you'll be going in that radius. So it's kind of a give and take, and depends on how much AOA your aircraft can pull for which situation you want to throw it in. Now, we're chasing down this 1-9. We're handily going to catch him without an issue, but I don't know why, but he decides to bring us to two of his teammates who are landing. And I think he was hoping to get protected by AAA. He probably didn't know that the secondary airfield didn't have AAA, but he's going to get all three of them killed. Dulles U-17, he's going to crash, but 1-9 decides to put it in a vertical, which, I mean, more power to him, but he really just set himself up to be killed by me. We obliterate his aircraft with his Hispano Mark 5 rounds. Sadly, no actual damage. But we install on top, boom, loop on over, and boom. Wing-mounted guns for the win. Now, I'm gonna go kill the, trying to go to English. Go kill the Dulles 217, but he's not having it. I want to strafe the IL-10, but then I remember that thing has a 20mm gunner, and I do not want to get slapped by that because we all know how Russian aircraft guns perform these days. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep flying forward, and we're gonna shoot him in the side, where his gunners hopefully will not be able to hit me. And just as I'm about to pull the trigger, there he goes, I get a hit, and he gets respawned, and he just drug back, and I completely whiff it. Again, you know, just my luck. So again, I don't want to get stuck in that gunner spot, so we're gonna keep flying forward. He is taking off, which, what a chap, what a champion, bro. I really admire the effort to come up here and do something. We go into a vertical. Even if he did take off, he was never following this in the first place. His gunner can't reach me, his 23s can't reach me, and it's just a turkey shoot. We snipe his wing off, kill number 4. Now, we're surveying the situation, we got our Wyvern buddy with us. And we see the 1-9, again, killing AI. Why this 1-9 has gone to killing AI when his team is getting demolished, I have no idea. The state of the players in this game lately has been just absolutely horrid. I was recording an MLK2 video, and every time I got downturned to 5.0, even hell, the 6.0 games, the American players got demolished every single time. I remember one time, it was so bad that the 16v16, only one of our guys got shot down. One. Yeah, it is quite frustrating to get footage at that point. I'm just like, come on guys, this game's been out for 10 years, there's plenty of content telling you how to fly these damn things, and you guys still can't put two and two together. It's just frustrating. We're closing in on this 109 fast. And I mean fast. We're going 600 kilometers an hour, no problem. And we're going to be done. I definitely get a little zealous here. Sadly, the Hispanos don't do their job, and when they get hits, he tries to go head on with the Wyvern. He misses, and we can actually turn with this guy. Not for very long. He will eventually outturn us. But we get guns on first, and we just whiff it. We really whiff it. But we use our plane. Our plane is now the Hispano Mark V. He's going down, and we get our 5th kill of the game. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Dead. Alright. On to the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the F9F-8 Cougar. I have this plane talisman. This was one of my favorite jets when it was first added. It's not a good jet. Not by any means. Not at 8.0. You could probably throw it back at 7, maybe 7.7 pushing it, but 8.0 most definitely. It is essentially an F9 F5 with swept delta wings. And it does not accelerate very well, even on the deck. At altitude, it doesn't dive very well. But what it does do is pull an extreme amount AOA, turn well, even despite the swept wings, and be tanky as hell. I just tanked a 23mm round to my wing group, and I'm flying, arguably flying. It does not change the performance that much. Honestly, this plane is also just kind of mid, so no matter what damage to you, it's still not going to perform very well. This thing does get outran and out accelerated by MiG-15 Bisses. This thing can turn with Mark 8 Meteors, but you have to be careful. If you pull too hard, you will bleed all your energy, and you'll stall in front of the Mark 8. Sabres outrun you, outroll you, out-energy you, out-climb you, everything. They outdo everything besides turn. You do, however, have missiles, which at this battle rating, nobody's really expecting the missiles, so you will get kills with them. I just wouldn't rely on them. As for the main armament, it has 4 20mm ANM3 cannons, which we all know, basically Hispano Mark Vs. They hit pretty hard. They really do. Now, one thing I do want to mention is something I've been noticing lately as I found myself trying to get footage for you, the channel, is the higher in battle rating you go, the more and more the game is about positioning and not the dogfight. And I do think that's interesting, and I think it just has to do with the fact that the speed of the aircraft increases so drastically at lower tiers, 2.3, 3.0, 4.0, you can quite handily have a one-on-one dogfight, no problem, probably won't get interrupted too often. Because the planes, their teammates can't get there in time to help them as readily as, let's say, 6.0, 7.0, or everyone's going 700 plus. And so then it becomes a situation where you just need to have yourself in a better position than your enemy. If you have the better position, you should have more energy, more speed, and you can get the jump on them a lot easier and end the fight as quickly as possible. That's what it's about, the higher battle ratings you go. There's no more reversals, there's no more stall fighting, it's just get in, get out. Because if you get stuck in a fight at the higher battle ratings, you're going to get jumped. It's plain and simple, and I'm sorry, as much as I love, good dogfight, it's part of why I don't play the higher battle ratings, especially when missiles come into play. You can't get into a dogfight, and that's why I love this game. Dogfights are amazing fun, but thrilling. I get to actually challenge myself instead of just flying straight and pressing the left mouse button. SU-11 comes in, he's jumping us, and honestly, he quite handily outperforms us. Especially with my crit wing. We would be faster than him, but it would take a long time. So we're going to full send it, push ahead on, which I would really not recommend, but he doesn't even pull the trigger for whatever reason. He probably blacked out. And we're just going to loop on down, get some speed, and go shoot down somebody. We're going to hopefully shoot down somebody, This thing is very slow to accelerate. I would actually prefer the F5 over the F8. I think this thing just has a lot of drag, and it's a lot heavier than the F5 Panther. But here we are. We're not in the Panther now, are we? And this is the only guy we see in the area, so we're just going to go for him. Most likely, I'm not expecting to get the kill, but I want the kill because I'm trying to get footage here, and nobody likes the low kill footage. Even if it was the most spectacular thing in the world, people love the ding, aircraft destroyed. And I don't blame him. I love it too. So we're coming in. We're actually accelerating decently. It's only 750 kilometers an hour. Actually, I think the F-80C out accelerates this thing. And that's a full, almost, that's 0.5 below him. We go ahead on with the big 9. We dodge it. We do not want to get smacked by a 37. That's a big no bueno. And just look at all the speed I just dumped. I just dumped 300 kilometers an hour. I'm sorry, this footage is going to get really jittery for a minute or so. We dumped all of our speed in that one turn. This is very much a delta wing. You have to fly it. Be aware that this thing will turn and it will lose all its speed. Now, if someone's behind you, you can pretty easily force the overshoot. It's pretty easy. Now, the problem is if they keep their speed and don't try to turn fight you, they're going to pull away. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts. What the f... Now, this is the last guy. This is the F-84G. We're just going to miss with him. Honestly, he's ground pounding. He is not paying much attention, if at all. First one's going to miss. Second one, I'm afraid, my friend, is going to not miss. It's coming right for your booty hole, and you're going to get severed. And I'm sorry, but you are not worth the ammunition, especially if you're ground pounding, and I know you're heavy, and you're not going to be pulling more than 10 Gs. I'm sorry. But, you're dead. That's been our triple threat video, guys. I'll see you guys next time in the skies. Bye-bye.